All right, Joe, welcome back. This is going to be part two. Where's the tech money rotating into? Well, we have talked about consumer discretionary for about a month now. We've seen some of those names make a move. One of the specific names that we both talked about, I know you've traded this quite a bit here, is going to be Dollar General. This is ticker DG. And Joe, help me out here. This sure looks like an inverse head and shoulders that maybe wants to go higher. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just dropped my pen. Yeah, this looks like over the past few months, basically since March, this has been putting in a bit of a bullish reversal pattern, an inverse head and shoulders. So we are kind of seeing that happen here. What I would want to see next is a break higher that takes us over 130. I think 130 has been the big area that the price has not been able to move above since we lost it in March. We did have a test of it earlier this month that sent us back down to 114. But since we started talking about this one closer to 100, this has been a great mover to the upside, giving us about $20 in gains since we started discussing this one. And I'm looking for more. I'm anticipating that if we do get a resolution of this inverse head and shoulders, we are going to see the price move up towards 150, maybe 155, back where it was at the beginning of March. So that's what I'm anticipating at this point. Don't really have a timeline on how soon or late that happens, but it just appears like that is the trajectory it's on. And with the consumer, moving to smaller, or I'm sorry, less expensive grocers like Dollar General or Dollar Tree, as opposed to maybe Kroger or Costco or Walmart. This is likely going to get a lot more attention. So I do like a Dollar General. Company does pay a dividend. I think that this still has potential to go higher.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, aside from this 135 area, let's call it, this thing's gappy all the way up to 150. So I
Mhm.
think your target there, if it does break that neckline, 127, 130-ish, probably sets the stage for a move back to 150 if this rotation continues. Really good stuff there with Dollar General. Another one that we've talked about or looked at before is going to be Kraft Heinz. This is ticker KHC. This is a really good one to see that the past month, how some of these names have really started to perform better. This is a daily chart here for KHC. If I back out, you can really kind of get an appreciation for how this is going. It's really kind of rolled over and it started to curl up off this bottom. This bottom looks like a pretty good double top going all the way back to the COVID year. So KHC here looking pretty good. We actually traded up recently and tested the 500 and pulled back. For me here, if this pulls back and holds 26, maybe even that 20-day moving average, this might be for a long side trade here. What do you think about KHC and this rotation target?
Well, people are buying ketchup, they're buying mustard because summer is here and people are having cookouts. And that's one of the seasonal things you see here with Kraft Heinz. They tend to do well in the summer. This is certainly recovering off of the lows from earlier this year. So really, really great movement. And we do have a golden cross that occurred last week. So that's an indication that there's still more bullishness to be had. We are approaching the 500-day SMA, so I would expect there to be some, initial rejection. But as long as we're holding above, the mid 20s, I think that we're still going to go higher. So we did, get off to a really good start here. We're getting to approach the overbought territory. So if that does happen, I would expect the price to come in just a little bit before we go higher. But Kraft Heinz, one of the names that people look towards for summer cookouts. So it's already got the great seasonality, and it's one of those bargains that the stocks has been beaten down. Well, there's some other high flyers were taken off. So now that we're seeing that rotation, this is the bargain.
I know I'm looking for some of their products at some of these barbecues, backyard barbecues, and summer parties, no doubt about it. Another one here that you might find at the same party in the same theme is actually going to be Tyson. This is ticker TSN. This is, of course, your a protein name here. They do chicken. The big thing here about Tyson is this chart actually looks pretty good. Looks like we really did kind of bottom out near term here at 50. We recaptured several key moving averages. Now, I know we just had a death cross here, so we'll see what happens with the 50 moving through the 200 here, but we did gap above both of those. To my eye here, if Tyson holds 60, I think this might be another potential move back up to the high 60s. So you might be able to swing trade almost 9 points here if this rotation continues. Tyson, I know it's already made a little bit of a good move here, but we want it to hold above the 200. The consumer right now, although they're doing okay, they're still picking some places to trade down, and a trade down from something like steak or beef to chicken would make sense, and that could kind of further this move higher here on Tyson. Again, my big key for this, stay above the 200. What do you think about Tyson?
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be the thing here. It stays above 200. I would also put a number to that and just say, let's see it hold above $60. Right now, because it's had such a great move in the past few days, this has gotten into some territory where we might see a brief pullback, a little bit of a pullback because it just had a quick run. RSI got a little extended, not to the point where it was super oversold, but enough to where people and investors are going to start looking at this and go, that's a nice move. I'm going to take a little bit off the table. As long as we hold above that 200-day SMA, I think that there's still a lot more room left to go to the upside. And as you pointed out, with beef prices being as high as they are, there is going to be alternatives that consumers go towards, and chicken is usually the number one alternative to go to after beef.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so really good stuff with that rotation. We'll keep covering all of this. Folks, if there are any names, whether they're consumer discretionary or otherwise, that you would like us to take a look at, let us know in the comments below what you're trading, what you're looking at, or if you just need a chart breakdown on any of these. Joe, thanks for joining me here today. I look forward to following up with you the next time. Have a good one, boss.
See you later.